This video is really just a reminder on how I really am that bitch. I'm not gonna hold you, so.
He want me to hit him first. That'll happen with me in a hearse. Hey, I drop a pic on the gram. Ay, now he come with the thirst. Click, click, close.
Hi you guys, welcome to Alexis Jasmine. In today's video, we're going to be talking about building your confidence as I do my makeup to go to work. Disclaimer. This is low-key a talk with myself, per usual. This is low-key a talk with myself, and it's low-key just a talk of me reminding myself how I built my confidence. You guys are just basically doing what y'all always do. You're sitting in on a conversation between me, myself, and I. I'm not gonna hold you. So, if you want to see what I was talking about with myself, keep on watching. How to build your confidence, or how I built my confidence. These are just reminders on what I used to do, because I want to get back to it. Like, I don't want to be how I used to be, because you know life happens to have you grow and stuff. So I don't want to be how I used to be, but I do want that confidence back, and we need to get that going immediately, like immediately. So boom, first things first, put effort into your appearance. Like, when I started building my confidence when I was younger, I used to put effort into my appearance. Like, I started learning how to do my makeup and trying to learn how to do my hair, you know. I literally used to wake up at 4 to do my makeup for school. Mind you, I don't really have friends, so I'm literally doing my makeup for myself. I don't have social media, so it's not like I'm taking pictures to post on social media. Like, I literally I used to wake up at 4 to do my makeup, to put effort into my appearance, to build my confidence, so that every time I walk past a mirror, I tell myself, you look beautiful. You know, find something that you want to like perfect. Find something you want to perfect and do it. You know what I'm saying? So like for me was my eyebrows. I really wanted to perfect my eyebrows, like get a look that I really like when it came to eyebrows. Like 2 positive affirmations. It sounds lame. I know. It sounds lame. But it actually works. I'm not gonna hold you. Positive affirmations, real life work. Like, my positive affirmation to myself when I was building my confidence is, you're a bad bitch. That's why I always say to myself to this day, like, I always call myself a bad bitch, because I've been calling myself a bad bitch since I was like 16. Like, that was my positive affirmation. Figure out your affirmation and say it to yourself all the time. Say it to yourself all the time, even if you don't believe it, because you're not gonna believe it in the beginning. Like, when I tell myself I was the baddest in the beginning and I'm a bad bitch and did I believe it? No, not at all. You call yourself, like me personally, I call myself a bad bitch, I still don't. I don't care if nobody else call me it. And then, like they say, when you say something about like the way you treat yourself, others are just gonna treat you. I call myself a bad bitch. I don't give a fuck who I'm around. I'm a bad bitch, period. And I used to always say, it's in me. It's not on me, it's in me. Like, even when I'm in freaking baggy sweatpants and a hoodie, no makeup on, acne all on my face, hair not done, I'm still a bad bitch. And I always said it. Like, I used to call myself a bad bitch no matter how I looked, to the point that like I genuinely believe it. I also feel like when you're building your confidence, you need to really get into the mindset that no one's gonna do it for you. Like, I personally was in a mindset where it was just like, no one's gonna save you, so you gotta do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's gonna do it for you. You know, like, no one's gonna build your confidence. You have to literally do that yourself. You can't put that responsibility on no one but yourself. If you're not confident in yourself, if you're not confident in how you look, if you're not confident in your abilities, that's no one's problem but yours. So if you're not confident and you're wallowing in that, like, oh, I'm so ugly, oh, I'm so fat, oh, I just can't do anything, I'm so stupid. You call yourself all of these and you not doing nothing about it, you're literally like affirming what you're calling yourself. Like, the next thing you need to do, treat yourself how you want others to treat you. Okay, so you already started putting effort into your appearance, right? All right, personality comes in, how you carry yourself. So because you looking good, you feeling good, this is not something that happens overnight. You know, you want people to talk to you a certain way. You don't want people playing with you too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, top thing, your time. Your time is way more valuable, way more important than money. Don't allow people to play with your time. You gotta start setting those boundaries now, because you're building your confidence now. So now it's like, they say they're gonna be somewhere and they're like 20 minutes late, gotta go, gotta blast. You would never get the chance to treat me like a piece of shit again. Me personally, when I used to allow people to play my time, it made me feel inadequate. It made me feel not important. less than. So you gotta put your foot down with that, because that goes with your confidence. That goes with your confidence, because it makes you not feel like a priority. This is vital information. Come here, zoom in, talk to me, listen. This is vital. This is vital. You listening? This is vital. When someone play with you, you gotta let them know the first time. It's not easy. It's not easy. But someone play with your top, you got to let them know the first go round, or they're going to continue to play with your top. You hear me? Like, for real, are you listening? When someone play with your top the first time, you have to let them know. And I'm about to tell you why. Okay, so when I was younger, right, I had a friend, and he played with my top. He played with my top all the time. And I never really would let him know. I would never let him know. Like, he just always played with my top, and I just wouldn't let him know, because I just be like, I don't want to be that person, and da-da-da-da. Mind you, this is in a time where I'm still building my confidence, so I don't want to let him know. It got to the point that he got comfortable. You hear me? He got comfortable playing with my top. Comfortable, like my time meant nothing to him. Like, literally, like, he would just let me know, like, basically, my time meant nothing to him. Like, I'm on his time. And because I always allowed it, he always did it. Like, even if I try to put my foot down, I won't, like, I'll say something, but my actions don't back up my words. So I'll say, like, this is the last time you play with me. Like, you always late. You're not gonna play with me. So once I put my foot down and was like, you know what? I started telling myself, I am important. My time is fucking valuable. And if he or nobody else gonna take my time serious, I'm gonna take my time serious. And once I start taking my time serious, other people start taking my time serious. Like, once I say I'm gonna do something, and if they are late, I'm doing it without them. Like, and it was no longer a threat, or I'm gonna do it without you. It was no longer a threat. It was no longer even me letting you know I'm gonna do it without you. You show up late and you see, hey, where you at? I'm already inside. I already ordered my food. Let them be an hour late. Oh, baby, I've already ordered my food. I'm ordering my to go. I'm gonna go. Oh, you went without me? Yeah. We said showtime was 6. It's 7:30. Yeah, the food, I'm done. Dude, why you didn't wait for me? The showtime was 6. It's 7:30. I'm not gonna argue with you. Enjoy yourself. But I didn't already ate. I'm gonna go home. Love you. Toodles. Like, I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not arguing with you. Like, once you just gotta put your foot down and just let it be known, we not going. I'm not going for it. So you gotta, you have to put your foot down on what you find important, and that's cool. Because I'm telling you, when you let people play with you, that it don't matter how much positive affirmation, how much effort you put into your appearance, when you allow people to play with your top, that's going to bring your confidence down. Because it's just like, oh, they don't respect me, they don't respect my time, they don't value me. So when you start thinking like that, then it's like, I must not be a respectable person, I must be invaluable. You know what I'm saying? I must not be worthy. You start thinking like that. When you start thinking like that, your confidence getting torn. But the way people are treating you is really affecting you, because the way others treat you does affect you. I don't care what nobody say. Like, the way others treat you is gonna fuck you up every time. It's gonna fuck you up every time. It's gonna fuck you up every time. You gotta make sure you put your foot down on that, because we not going for it. Okay, also, when I started building my confidence, I did start playing with my sense of style. Like, what I like, so I used to be on Pinterest and YouTube lookbooks and Instagram, and I would play with my sense of style. And I had to stop forcing myself to try to be like the IG baddie, because that's not me. So you got to get real with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. Like, be fucking for real with yourself. If you always on Instagram and you try that IG baddie look or any of those looks, and it's not giving what it's supposed to give, like, you don't like it on you, then that's just not for you. And you need to be honest with yourself and be like, that's not for me. I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna conform at all. Like, I learned that my sense of style, I like classy looks. I like trousers. Like, me personally, I love the trousers look. I love trousers. I like mom jeans. I learned that, like, I believe in if I'm gonna show my chi-chis, then my legs are gonna be covered. And if I'm gonna show my legs, then my chi-chis are gonna be covered. Like, I'm into that. I'm into like classy, like, When I started learning my sense of style, I learned that based off of what everyone used to tell me, I dress like an older woman. Like, I dress like I'm someone's mom or someone's wife. What do you mean by that? But it's like, you gotta learn like what works for you and what you like. Don't dress for other people. Don't do that. Please don't. Don't dress for the congratulations, for the validation, or the compliments of others. Dress for yourself. And yeah, you know, like if you around people that don't really dress like you, yeah, people are gonna say stuff, but you working on your confidence. You gotta be ready to, like, you know, hear some feedback, some what is it, some kickbacks. Like, you got to. Like, I remember I love, oh my god, I was a big Asian Doll fan at this time, and Asian Doll always wore platforms. I loved platforms. I'm tall, okay? I'm 5'8", okay? I'm tall. Platforms, you know what platforms are. I loved platforms. Oh my god, I love platforms. I used to wear platforms. Mind you, I'm tall and I'm not skinny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not skinny at all. And I used to love platforms. I used to wear platforms. Confidence build right there, because I'm already tall. I'm taller than everyone. Let me be around my homeboys. What the fuck? Why are you wearing those? You too fucking tall. Girls do not need to be that fucking tall. Why would you say that? No, bitch, you're just fucking short. Like, literally, that shit used to hurt my feelings. But did it stop me from wearing platforms? Absolutely not. No, I'm still gonna wear my platforms. I'm still gonna wear them because I love them. I like them. You got, when you start doing stuff for you and you start dressing for you, you just gotta be prepared for the kickback that's gonna come. You just got to. You gotta find your sense of style. You gotta play. You gotta experiment. Also, when building your confidence, it takes a community. It does take a community. Like, you gotta start it though. When you start the race, you start it by your fucking self. But it does take a community. They're gonna help further it along. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you're building on your confidence building journey, because this is a journey. This is not like, oh, I built my confidence and you're good for life. Like, no, because you're gonna have to, you know, these are tools that you're gonna have to constantly reuse, because, like, this world is mean. So you're gonna have to constantly reuse this. This is your toolbox, and these are, like, once you build it once, you know how to do it again. So, like, because you know, like, depression and heartbreak, all that shit is gonna, you know, tear you down. So you gotta have your toolbox. You have to have a tool shed and keep them in there, so that you know this is what you gotta use, and this is what you gotta use, and this is what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your toolbox though. So another thing when building your confidence on your confidence journey, or whatever you want to call it, you have to have people that's willing to uplift you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have people that's willing to uplift you. Like, because I call myself a bad bitch all the time, and I used to always say, like, bitch, I'm pretty as fuck. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Call me ugly. Everyone around me called me pretty. Like, oh my god, Alexis, you're such a bad bitch. Oh my god, you're so pretty. Da, da, da. Like, I surrounded myself with people that compliment me, because I don't be around folks that I was not someone that used to be around people that tore me down. Like, I be seeing, like, on TikTok, them, like, the girls in their stories on how girls, like, their friends call them ugly. Absolutely not. I stopped being around girls that called me ugly and played with my top and played with my self-esteem when I was in middle school. I'm been there, done that. I'm not, that's not no shit. Fuck no. Once you hit a certain age, you're just not going for it. So, me personally, like, it takes a community. So, like, if you around people that call you ugly, or call you stupid, or call you fat, or whatever the case may be, and crack jokes on you and just bring you down, they gotta go immediately. Like, I don't give a damn. They gotta kick rocks with no shoes. Okay? Like, fuck it. There's no room in your life for them. If you're trying to build your confidence and you're around people that tear you down, they gotta go. Now, if they're tearing you down in a joking manner, you need to let them know, like, because you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they always tearing you down in a joking manner, first of all, side eye. Because me personally, I don't believe in, like, jokes. I'm not a firm believer in jokes. Like, I feel like all jokes got some truth. So when you say too many, I'm gonna just look at you like you're being serious. I don't like it. Fix it immediately. You gotta get rid of people that tears you down. Even if it's in a joking manner, you gotta get rid of them, because no one has time for that. Yeah, because it takes a community. Just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a community to build self-esteem. And if you're around people that's tearing you down, then, you know, you gotta fix that immediately, expeditiously. Also, another thing is, I say the music you listen to. Like, what you surround yourself with plays a part. Listen to music that makes you feel like that bitch. Like, I used to have a that bitch playlist. My top songs was Cocky as Fuck. A lot of Megan Thee Stallion songs. Like, outside of her sex songs, like, you know, Cocky as Fuck, Everything About Me, Pop, I Got Face, I Got Body, you name it, I got it. Yeah. That right there. And you gotta think, like, songs like that, those are slick affirmations. Cocky as Fuck, Everything About Me, Pop, I Got Face, I Got Body, you name it, I got it. Like, come on now. Come on now. So it's like, you gotta have, like, your playlist where it just makes you feel good. But, you know, like, it's just like, you know, like songs like that, you know what I'm saying? Or Poppin', you know, Rico Nasty, Poppin'. Like, I listen to songs that's just like, I'm really like, I'm a poppin' ass bitch, let me remind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no hating in me, bitch. Like, I'm really like that. So, those are like songs that I really used to listen to. Like I said, songs are affirmations. Because you got to remember, there's power in the tongue, my boy. There's power in the tongue. So, when you're telling yourself, like, cocky as fuck, everything about me, pop, I got face, I got body, you name it, I got it. That's an affirmation. When you listen, and then the more you listen to it, the more you're going to say it, the more you're going to believe it. So it's like, you know, the music you listen to is going to shape it. So I highly recommend having like a good playlist that makes you just feel so good, so sexy, so fine, so much like that bitch. Like, this right here, big one, killer right here. This makes or breaks everything. Limit your time on social media. And unfollow anyone that makes you feel any type of insecurities. You know, I'm talking about anybody that makes you feel any type of insecurities. Like, for real. Like, if they just make you, like, if you find yourself always comparing yourself to them or wishing you had their life, you gotta unfollow. Unfollow and honestly log out, because honestly, you're clearly on social media too much. You've been on there too long. Because for you to start comparing yourself and wishing you had someone else's life, it's time to go. It's time to go ahead and log out. Go do something. Go do something in your life. Take social media breaks. Spend like only like an hour or so on there. I personally say have one social media at a time. Like, if you have TikTok, delete Instagram. If you have Instagram, delete TikTok. I feel like the only time you should really be on social media, like low-key heavy, is if you make money off of social media. That's it. Like, if you're not making money off of social media, I don't feel like you should really be on that shit 24/7. Like, limit that time. Like, when I was younger, before I had TikTok, like, I barely had Instagram. Like, I always had Instagram, but I barely used to be on Instagram. Like, that shit wasn't even on my phone. I probably would go on Instagram like a few times out the year. Like, I don't, and the only time I get on, and like the only time I would get, like, only time Instagram used to be on my phone is if I was posting constantly on Instagram. Like, you know, I'm always taking pictures, I'm always posting. That was literally the only time Instagram was on my phone. Like, if I'm not posting, that shit not gonna be on my phone. The app is not gonna be on my phone. Because I too used to like fall into the whole like, oh my god, their pictures are so nice, their bodies are banging, they got all this money, they're traveling, like, oh my god, like, I love the aesthetic, I love the lifestyle, I wish that was me. And then it's just like you start wanting things that, you know, you just don't need. And then when you are on social media, curate your feed. Like, because like I said, I don't got Instagram, my shit is deactivated, but my TikTok feed is curated. Christian TikTok, it's a lot of Christian TikTok, hair, beauty, so gym, you know, gym talk, but black girl, everything is black girl focused. That's the stuff that I follow. Also, I say curate your social media feeds to stuff that's gonna feed your heart, that inspires you. I feel like social media should be something that you get inspired from. You know, like, if you feel yourself comparing yourself and getting sad and da-da-da-da, and you feeling all these negative emotions from social media, it's time to go. Like, you need to redo your feed, curate your feed to where it's inspirational, it makes you feel good, and it uplifts you. Because if it's not uplifting, it gotta go. If it's not building your confidence, if it's not making you want to do it, it gotta go, because it means you no good. It means you no good. So I do say limit your social media and curate your feed to where it inspires you and it uplifts you. Because you need to cut out all things that's just not uplifting. Things that don't feed your soul. Things that's just not giving what it's supposed to give. You got to get rid of it when you're building your confidence. Because right now, you're in fetal position. Like, you're a fetus right now. Any and all things can really fuck you up right now. So when you're in the beginning stage of building your confidence, you need to like curate everything. Everything needs to be filtered before it comes really close to you. Because you're literally in fetal position. That's like planting a seed and telling everyone that you just planted a seed, and someone having bad intentions and they go pluck your seed. They just fucked your shit up. All right, my camera finna die. Hold on. All right, so like this is the finished look, and I just want to make sure like we're all fully aware when building your confidence is not gonna happen overnight, and it's not something that you just like, oh, I want to become confident, and you just wake up and boom, you're that. No, it takes hard work and dedication. Like literally, it takes hard work and dedication. You have to be dedicated to wanting to grow within yourself and be confident in who you are. And don't put too much pressure on yourself when trying to like become a confident person. Like you can only do so much with what you have. So, you know, you're not gonna be like, oh, the most confident person to ever grace this earth and never have a bad day. Like it's basically just like tools for when you feel sad and you don't feel like your best. You can always be the one to pick yourself up. Like it's good to have people around you to pick you up, but it's even better to be able to pick yourself up, because no matter what happens, no matter who leaves your life or who may enter your life, you are always going to have yourself. Like you're always going to have yourself. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like people are very temporary, but you going to only have yourself. And when you leave, you're gone. Like you're probably dead. So don't rush, you know what I'm saying? Take your time and figure out what works for you. When you want to like become like a real confident person, it's a lot of inner work that goes into it, but those are just some tips and tricks that you can do for like that can just make it a little bit easier. But building confidence is definitely mostly inner work. Like that's a lot of inner work that you got to do that I did not really touch on. But it's a lot of inner work when building your confidence. But those are tips and tricks. Like what I touched on in this video is tips and tricks on that you can use and that you can have in your toolbox for your external life. You know what I'm saying? Like your external world. These are tips and tricks that you can use for your external world. This is like one of those videos where I wasn't as much all over the place. I'm really proud. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video on how to build your confidence, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Toodles.